What is good, people? Welcome back to my channel. So in a previous video I listed the full roster of 81 fighters officially announced to be in the Undisputed video game. Today I'm going to go over every fighter unofficially announced, rumored and hinted to be in the game. So let's get into it. Starting off with Undisputed's most recent vlog video, they shared footage of Arnold BARBOZA Jr. being scanned into the game.
Arnold BARBOZA Jr., you've just been scanned for the Undisputed boxing video game. How did you think it went?
Oh man, amazing, man. I'm so excited. You know, I played the boxing games my whole life, so I'm excited for the new one.
Now, he is not officially announced to be on the roster, so it's safe to say he's definitely in the game now, and it's just a case of when. Next, I have a couple of pieces of information that came to us by way of JMMA, so shout out to JMMA for this. This is David Benavidez saying that he'll be in Undisputed.
Is David Benavidez going to be in the Undisputed video game?
I went to go record something for the game, and they're going to put me in, so it might be that one. I'm not 100% sure if it's that one.
You play games and shit like that, or not really?
No. So they had went to go do the. I went to California to do the photo shoot. I think it is Undisputed. What I heard them say is that they were waiting to release a new package, and it might be in the new package.
So that's David Benavidez confirming he is in the game. And I don't know about you guys, I'm extremely excited for this one. He will be so fun to use with his combination punching and his punch speed. Now we have MOTON. He recently posted, then deleted on his Insta, I believe, him being at the Las Vegas headquarters, getting scanned into the game, and he put a caption, "Catch me on this game." So there's no doubt in my mind he is in the game, and the only reason why he deleted it is because Undisputed wanted to be the ones to announce it, and they wanted to keep this a secret. So now it's just a case of when he will be added to the game. Next, we have the addition of the famous KRONK gym and possibly Tommy HEARNS. Somebody tweets Undisputed and the KRONK gym an image of the Tommy HEARNS calf they created. They say, "Is this Tommy HEARNS not clean? Wish I could decal his shorts." And the KRONK gym official Twitter replies, "Stay tuned for official news from KRONK and Undisputed very soon." Now this guarantees that the KRONK gym will be added to the game, as well as Sugar Hill Stewart, the famous trainer. But for Tommy HEARNS, this is a hint and is open for interpretation. I would bet money that Tommy HEARNS is coming to the game. He is the most famous fighter from the KRONK gym. There's no way they spoke to the KRONK gym and didn't ask about Tommy HEARNS being in the game. Tommy HEARNS has already had his likeness added to a video game before. He is in Fight Night Champion. So while they mention the KRONK gym but no specific fighters, I do think it's safe to say Tommy HEARNS is on his way to Undisputed. But with that said, it might not even be Tommy HEARNS that is the person coming to Undisputed. While Tommy HEARNS is the most famous KRONK gym fighter, he is not the only legendary KRONK gym fighter. They have Vladimir Klitschko, Julio Cesar Chavez, Oscar De La Hoya, Prince Nassim Hamed, Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis. So dream come true, all of those fighters would be added to the game. Now we have some information brought to us by Crooks the Great, so shout out to him. And this is from Teofimo Lopez regarding his status in the game.
On the second one, the second version, Undisputed 2, I'll be on that one. You guys will see me soon.
This for me is bittersweet. Teofimo Lopez, in my opinion, is the most entertaining modern day boxer right now, and he needs to be in a boxing game. He is literally perfect for a boxing game, and I'm very glad that he is coming to one. It just sucks that we have to wait for Undisputed 2 to use him, because my best bet is that game's at least 2 years away. But maybe actually it's for the best, because had he been put into Undisputed 1, I'd hate for him to just to be given the usual treatment and to be just another skin of a different fighter with zero fighter uniqueness. Now we have Devin Haney talking about being approached to be in an Undisputed video game. This is what he had to say.
There's a new game coming out called Undisputed. So the fans want to know, why aren't you in that game?
No, I had talked to him about it a long time ago, putting me on the cover. I wanted to be on the cover of it. It was some different people that was on the cover, and I wanted to be one of the people that was on the cover, and they didn't want to do it, so I just opted out to be out of the game.
This is so disappointing that he was in his feelings and opted to be out of the game. Do you understand how good it is for your brand awareness to be in a video game? Do you know how many people are casuals that play this game that do not care about boxing, that find out who you are through the video game? How many people you become their favorite fighter because you're their favorite fighter to use on this video game? I guarantee this would help with your brand awareness, your ticket sales, your Instagram following, your social media followings. This is such a poor decision, man. Fighters need to understand business and get out of their feelings. It's not personal, Devin Haney, for you not to be the cover star. You're not a bigger star than Tyson Fury, and you're not a bigger star than Canelo Alvarez. The name that they put on the cover needs to be a global superstar, that instant brand recognition that brings credibility to the game. Now this one, I'm sure you guys are going to be just as heartbroken as I am, but you need to hear it straight from the horse's mouth. This is what Gervonta Davis had to say about Undisputed.
What about games? You fight night, Undisputed. Why aren't you in Undisputed? Is there a reason?
They never contacted me.
Probably figured that it was probably too expensive to reach out to.
No, they never tried. They never tried.
It's interesting. I don't know why they wouldn't try and put you in the game. What about EA Sports? Because I heard they're working on a new fight night.
I never heard. I never knew they was coming out with that.
It's so hard for me to believe that they didn't even bother to ask Tank Davis to be in the game. It's like, what a huge mistake. What are you thinking? Especially around the time when this game was being made and it was being released at early access. That's when Tank Davis was at his highest peak in popularity. That's when he had just KO'd Ryan Garcia. That's when he was the face of boxing. So I don't understand why you guys wouldn't even bother to ask Gervonta Davis if he'd be in the game. He would be one of the highest used fighters in the whole game. He's one of the most popular fighters right now. He's like a mini Mike Tyson, bro. Everybody would love to use Gervonta Davis. Next, we have the biggest possible addition to Undisputed and a top 10 most wanted fighter, Floyd Mayweather Jr. This is what he had to say about being in the Undisputed game.
There's a boxing video game just came out, Undisputed. It came out in October. What would it take to get you added to that game?
It's possible. It's possible. I just need everybody to sit back, buckle your seatbelt, because I may be on the next game.
Okay.
So,
okay.
You know, everything takes time.
Yes, sir.
We communicating. Everything takes time.
So fingers crossed, Undisputed are smart and doing everything they can to get Mayweather in Undisputed too. And I hope personally that they add Pretty Boy Floyd to the game and not Money Mayweather. Like, how many extra copies sold do you think his name would be solely responsible for? 100k, 200k, easy. Him, Prince Nassim Mohammed, and Mike Tyson are easily the most requested fighters in the game, and they would bring so much value to the game. Moving on, we have insider information from Brian Mazik, a Forbes reporter and the guy responsible for the previous Mayweather interview. Brian wrote 2 separate articles about Undisputed at full release and had a 30-minute one-on-one interview with Ash Habib, the CEO of Steel City. Brian goes on to list the full roster of officially announced fighters in the article, but here at the bottom is where we want to focus on. It says, Undisputed, who's still not in the game? While the launch roster for the game is strong, there are still several past and present fighters that would be great additions to Undisputed. I'll give you a wish list of fighters I'd love to see added, not including Ryan Garcia, who was in but was removed to acknowledge the WBC suspension for his failed drug test and unsportsmanlike behavior. The ones in bold have been confirmed earlier or I believe have a great shot of being added. So while all these names could be possible, it is the ones in bold that we should take notice of. Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Naoya Inoue, Xander Zayas, Jaron Boots Ennis, Jake Paul, Jili Zhang, Derek Chisora, Joseph Parker, Amanda Serrano, Martin Bacoli, Savannah Marshall, George Foreman, Artur Beterbiev, Chris Cyborg, Francis Ngannou, Sebastian Fundora, Marvin Hagler, Thomas Hitman Hearns, Roberto Duran, Eric Morales, Marco Antonio Barrera, and Shane Mosley. Now, we don't know how valid this list is, but I would assume, and this is completely speculation, that as reporters do, he asked Ash Habib questions off the record, and these were the names of the fighters he was given that were not officially announced but Undisputed want out there for hype and speculation. The final piece of information I have for you guys comes by way of Discord. To give context on what this is, back in 2023 when Early Access very first released, because it was a PC game, modders and hackers did what they do, broke into the game and found hidden files inside the game. What these names are is a list of audio announcer commentary prompts found within the game. The list of names are Mike Tyson, Shannon Briggs, Francis Ngannou, Mario Barrios, Costa Tszyu, Tim Tszyu, Andre Durrell, Billy Dib, Antonio Plazibat, Badu Jack, Badir Hari, Cedric Doumbé, Lupe Fiasco, Jack Dempsey, Vinny Paz, Diego Corrales, Tim Bradley, Sergio Mora, Sebastian Fundora, Anderson Silva, Jake LaMotta, Asim Rahman Jr., Ryan Garcia, Anthony Joshua, Antonio Tava, Emmanuel Augustus, Jai Opataya, Tommy Fury, Juan Francisco Estrada, Roman Gonzalez, Butterbean, Alex Dilmagani, Chad Sugden, Chris Cyborg, Jamal Herring, Virgil Ortiz, Klitschko Brothers, Fernando Vargas, Emiliano Vargas, Amado Vargas, Fernando Vargas Jr., Alexander Perfetkin, Shakur Stevenson, Bugsy Malone. Also a name missing that I know was included in those audio files, Jake Paul. Now back then we took these names with a pinch of salt because we just assumed these were commentary prompts put in the game just in case they were able to sign certain fighters, but over time a whole bunch of these names never officially got announced but became active fighters within the game. So we're starting to see that this list of commentary prompts does have some validity. We have Jake Paul, we have Jai Opataya and Shannon Briggs. They were all added to the game and were never officially announced. Rahman Jr. was scanned into the game and he was never officially announced. Two of the names are musicians in Lupe Fiasco and Bugsy Malone, so I'd assume they have something to do with fighter intros. So that's 37 out of 45 of those audio file names that we can confirm are fighters that are currently in the game or coming to the game. So I would say this is a very credible list. But that's going to bring us to the end of the video, but I want to know what you guys have to say. Let me know in the comment section below. What fighter are you most excited for and what fighter do you wish would be added? Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content I got coming your way, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.